I'm here with Fee Barry from Tidal Ventures. She has also spoken at Future Minds today. Thanks so much for your chat.
Thank you, great to be here.
Now, it's the hot topic, part of the conversation a lot, secondaries. For a simple man like myself, could you explain what secondaries are?
I actually love that you've asked this question. I kind of had this idea of like, I should probably level set on the panel, and we didn't get to do that. So really simply, there's kind of two parts of it. The one is just the transaction of what a secondary is, and that is not a new concept. Essentially, it's just the idea of being able to sell your shares as a single shareholder without the whole company going and all shareholders selling at the same time. So me personally, say, selling it to another investor. The second part, though, is the context in which a secondary arises, which makes it a secondary opportunity. So secondaries only really ever arise when a company is doing a capital raise. The reason is because me as like a solo shareholder going to sell my shares is really hard in private markets, because it's like, where do I tell people I want to sell? And then second, it's like, say I go find a buyer, they have to do due diligence on the company. I have to have the company's buy-in to allow them to give access to records, etc. So it doesn't happen very often, it's really hard. So when it happens that the company is doing a raise already, they've already got a data room going, they're going to, let's say, raise $10 million, but if they get $15 million worth of interest, that $5 million will often be put aside for a secondary. So they might go, the company doesn't need that money, but some of our shareholders, early investors, employees, founders, they want to take some money off the table. So we will allow this secondary offer. So those are the two components that make up a secondary.
Yeah, awesome. And I'm getting the feeling that the reason why this is like an interesting topic of conversation, but also because, like I think you mentioned it, the journey of a founder is long. You know, being in this company is long. It seems like it's tied to incentivization, but also like making sure people are, you know, on the boat and ready to continue.
Yeah, absolutely. So as we kind of chatted a bit about on the panel, you know, doing a startup is hard by every caliber that you look at it, and it's long. Like we're seed stage investors. We're along for a 10-year journey, right? And as a founder, you know, when you get to year 6 or year 7, it can be really tough. Like it can, even if your company is doing well, it's really tough. You're probably making, like, realistically less than you should from a salary perspective because you've got equity in the company. And if you've been doing that for 6 years, it's really hard to keep going for another 4 or another 3. And so being able to give founders an opportunity to cash out a part of their equity actually helps them often like rally back up to push for those last 3 or 4 years, and incentivizes them to then do the full exit.
Yeah, awesome. Nah, good things to look forward to, because today was a lot to do with like planning your exits and know how to, I guess, hit those milestones and get ready for it. I guess with yourself, Tidal Ventures, is this something that you guys are really excited for? You're looking forward to a project that you're working on?
Yeah, so we actually like have a really big focus on exits. I think I mentioned as well on the panel from day dot with our companies, but we're in fund 3. So we have a fund 1 and a fund 2, and our first fund is around 8 years, so coming up to maturity. And so we've very much been driving exits in that fund for the last few years. Yep. We even more recently got an exit out of fund 2, the company called The Loops that sold to a company called IFS for a really good return. And so we were really, really pleased with that. And as I was saying, previously, like when liquidity is hard, getting these exits early is actually really important to really show our LPs that, hey, we're doing what we can with our companies to return capital back to you guys at 5, 10 times what you put in. So constantly driving exits, and we've had a few wins on the board recently.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love hearing, I guess, wins from obviously founders and builders, but also from VCs, because that just shows me that capital's going to keep flowing, money's going to keep flowing, investment is coming, which is just exciting in general for the whole ecosystem. So thank you so much. I appreciate the words, and thanks for joining me.
Thank you. This has been fun.
Awesome.